What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, we have a data download that happened on JP, which gave us a bunch of information relating to upcoming events that are happening, obviously, with JP. So we know currently they're having this massive event, which is the countdown to the 6th anniversary of the game. Currently, there are 67 days until the official anniversary of the game, and we don't know what it is yet, but we are going to be expecting a massive Sugo Fest for the 6th anniversary. But as I said, there was a data download that introduced some new characters for upcoming events. So in this video today, we're going to be going through all of the new characters, which include treasure map characters, treasure map rare recruits, as well as a new farmable event, as well as a new Sugo Fest, which introduces a whole bunch of new Straw Hat rare recruits. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first of all, let's talk about the treasure map character. Now, this treasure map VIVI is looking pretty good. Now, immediately when I saw this particular picture, the first thing that stuck out to me was this. Both of her limit break abilities look very good. So the first one is the cooldown reduction. So at the start of the fight, you get reduced cooldown for her special, and double special activation. So the fact that automatically you can get like your special ready to go, well, that's what we assume with this, and you can use it twice. This seems pretty good. Now, she does have a 12-turn cooldown. Stats are reasonable. Free Spirit Cerebral unit, so good class combinations there. She's a Psi character. So let's go through what she does. So Psi characters will get 2.75 times attack and 1.3 times recovery. However, on the turn that you use her special, she becomes a 3.75 times attack boosting captain, and Psi characters will treat recovery as beneficial. So this is a pretty good captain ability. Like, whenever you use her special, you get that. But on the turns where you don't get her special, you still get this, right? Now, the thing that we don't have confirmation on, it says on a turn that TMVV special is used. Does that mean that is it like Legend Kizaru? Or who was another character that used to do it? I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, do you have to use like one special, and if you're having double VV, does it activate both captain effects? Or does just that VV special activate only that VV's captain ability? Because that does make a big difference. If one special activates both VV captain effects, this is actually like a pretty freaking great captain ability. 3.75 is no joke for a free-to-play unit. Obviously, there's a lot of legends that are a lot better, but free-to-play wise, it's good. As we said, it's a 12-turn cooldown, changes adjacent orbs into recovery, and of course, when you use her special as a captain, she's going to be making those beneficial for your Psi characters. So, adjacent orbs recovery reduces 3 turns of chain lock and 3 turns of chain coefficient reduction, so that's very good. And for 1 turn, boost the attack of all characters by 1.75. Rainbow 1.75 attack boost. And then, when her special has already been triggered during that same turn, you get a 2 times attack boost to your whole team instead. So, of course, you can easily get that with her double special activation. So, that's great. Really, really nice effects there. Nothing really too much else, you know, just removing chain effects and an attack booster. That's basically it. She will give 30 stats to your team. When the captain is quick or Psi, the crew will treat recovery as beneficial, so it works very well with Legend Marco that just released with his Super Evolution. And a support ability of 10% HP and recovery to Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper. Nothing special there. But yeah, this VV looks pretty good. I don't think she's like the top tier of treasure map characters, but she's pretty decent. She's actually pretty good. Now, this is something new here. Now, we have a brand new Bon Clay. Now, as it stands right now, we don't actually know how you get this character. This Bon Clay is not a boss for anything that we know. He is not a treasure map rare recruit character. He might be like some free-to-play character you get inside the treasure map, maybe. I'm not really too sure, but he's very interesting. So he will give you -2 cooldown at the start of the fight, and Psi characters get 3 times attack. Now, his special cooldown is 13 turns, and it's very, very weird, but it does fixed damage, 222,222, typeless damage to one enemy. And then when you use his special, he has different effects depending on what buffs the enemy has. So when you use his special, and if the enemy has attack up, for 1 turn, your entire team gets a 2.25 times attack boost. That's fantastic. But again, very, very niche. You know, the enemy has to have attack up for you to get the attack boost. If you launch the special and the enemy has Rainbow Shield, % damage reduction, for 2 turns, reduce incoming damage by 80%. So if the enemy has damage reduction, you can get damage reduction. And then if, at the time when you launch the special, if the enemy has a threshold damage reduction, for 2 turns, reduce all damage above 5,000 significantly, you know, for those 2 turns. Again, the enemy has the buff, you copy the buff. It's exactly how his Devil Fruit works in the anime and manga. You know, he can copy what other people have, you know, in terms of their appearances and stuff. So I love the fact that they tried to copy that and incorporate his devil fruit into his special. Saying that though, he's so niche, you're like never going to use him. But you know, in those very niche circumstances where the enemy does have an attack up, like getting a rainbow 2.25 is crazy. The damage reducing effects are cool and all, but what would have been great is if he copied the abilities and then he removed them off the enemy. Dude, that would be nuts if he did that. But either way, he will give 30 stats to side characters, 5 turns of special. Seal he removes as well. 7% HP recovery to Mr. 3, Mr. 0, and Mr. 1. Nothing really good there. Next is one of the treasure map characters. These are the treasure map rare recruits now coming up. So we have the Unluckies, which they're called. So a special ability of 13 turn cooldown, large typeless damage to one enemy, reduces 3 turns of paralysis on the crew, and depending on the TM level, you get an orb boost for your whole team. So 1.75, 2 times, and 2.25. Nothing special there. We have a Crocodile. This is also a treasure map rare recruit character. Special ability on also a 13 turn cooldown, reduces 3 turns of bind on the team. Also for 1 turn, reduces defense of all enemies drastically. So that's either a 70 to 80% defense reduction. And depending on the current treasure map level, you get a conditional attack boost. So that's cool in treasure map, but outside of it, very, very bad. Now, we've also got this Missile Sunday. Now, this artwork's kind of crazy, yo. She given VIVI that slap back, dude. Reminds me a lot of, like, when Gogeta was fighting Broly in the Broly movie. Dude. But anyways, this Robin, 13 turn cooldown, 10 turn cooldown actually, which is good. Reduces 3 turns of Rainbow Shield % damage reduction, changes block orbs to matching, and for 3 turns deals 20 times her attack and side damage to all enemies. This is actually not too bad. The 3 turns of end of turn damage is cool because you can use that to get around resilience buffs. Removing the Rainbow Shield is always nice, and changing block orbs is always nice, but like I feel like it's not that powerful of a special that it's not going to be used that often. But again, in a niche circumstance where you need multiple turns of this end of turn damage, that could be useful, but nothing special. Now, here we get to this rare recruit character. So we've got a whole bunch of rare recruits appearing on JP. So this Sugo Fest was announced today. A lot of people were expecting when they saw this banner it was going to be a legend, but no, these are regular rare recruit characters. However, the characters that appear during this Sugo Fest will not appear outside of this Sugo Fest. So they are technically considered as like limited rare recruit characters. But there is a brand new Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji. So let's go ahead and talk about these guys. So here we have the first character, which is Luffy. Obviously, they're all East Blue related characters. When all colors are represented on the crew, you get a 3 times attack boost, 3.5 with a matching orb, and increases the rate of matching orbs. So that's not a terrible captain ability for a generic rare recruit. What's his cooldown? 12 turns, not bad. For 1 turn, boost the attack and orbs of the crew by 1.75. Randomize all orbs, including block, excluding tandem, recovery, and matching slots. Interesting. So there has to be some way to get tandem and recovery as beneficial in your crew somehow. If they are in your crew, he doesn't shuffle them, and if you have a matching orb already, he doesn't shuffle them. He does get rid of block orbs, and then it's 1.75 attack and orb boost. Yeah, he seems okay. Seems not too bad. For a sailor ability, 50 attack and HP, he himself treats quick orbs as beneficial. He is a strength unit, so yeah, he is a strength unit. Support ability of 4% incoming damage reduction against Dex, and 7% attack to strength characters. Okay. Look, he seems okay. This is cool and all, but like there aren't too many circumstances where you're going to need this specifically. There's a lot better characters in the game that can kind of just do this. And yes, he is a free spirit fighter. So the next one here is a lot of people's fan favorites. This Zoro from I forgot the name of the island this place was. But it's the place where Helmeppo was introduced, you know, with Captain Morgan and such, where Zoro was first introduced into the story. So Zoro is the Dex slasher driven, typical. Dex and strength characters, 2.75 attack, nothing good there. Cooldown is 11 turns, reduces 3 turns of bind and despair. Okay, that's good. For 1 turn, reduce defense of all enemies drastically. Again, that's going to be 70 to 80% damage reduction or defense reduction. He gives you -1 cooldown for the crew. That's cool. And when the captain is strength or dex, you get a 2.75 chainlock for 1 turn. He also does counter special rewind on himself by 2 turns, but he only reduces cooldown by 1. So this is kind of irrelevant. Even like that could just be 1 and it would just be as fine. Support ability is not very good either. Like it's just whatever. Look, Zoro doesn't seem that crazy, but look, he's gonna be like good for like I don't know, man. He doesn't seem that crazy. Like I'm not really that phased about it. Cooldown's cool, chainlock's cool, defense reduction's cool, bind despair removal's cool, but like that's only 3 turns. If that would be 5 turns, that would be great. If this was 2 turns, that'd be great. I think that's fine. If this was 100% defense reduction, it'd be great. Like, there's a lot of things that they could have done to make this character even better, but he's just okay. The next one we have is Nami. I think a lot of people are going to love this one, obviously, from Arlong Park. Looks great. Now, her captain ability, Instant Strength, 2.75. Reduces 3 turns of Special Seal, that's good. Reduces 5 turns of End of Turn Healing and Resilience on all enemies, and delays all enemies for 1 turn. And when the captain is Strength or Int, you get a 0.5 chain boost. Interesting, okay. She resists 1 turn of Paralysis on the whole team, and 3 turns of Special Seal on herself. So yeah, that's good. So she resists it by 3 turns with her Special and Sailor. That's very, very nice combination, and support ability is pretty much the same. Look, she looks okay. But again, if this was increased to 5 turns, that'd be nice. Like, she resists 5 turns of healing and resilience. Why doesn't she remove 5 turns of Special Seal? I don't get it. But she's okay. But the artwork is really, really nice. Oh, I just noticed that as well. She has the new Limit Break ability where she can resist the Sailor Despair, where they can't use their Sailor abilities. That is actually pretty good. Does Zora have it? Oh, yo, they all have it. Oh, and he's got the ship one? Yeah, that's the one that resists the ship ability, the ship despair. I wonder if these fights are going to be using these features. I wonder. So the next one is going to be Usopp. Usopp also has the ship functionality. So Usopp, it will go ahead and boost Science Strength by 2.75. For 1 turn, boost attack against delayed enemies by 1.75, and reduce 3 turns of blue shield defense up and % damage reduction. Okay. Changes empty and badly matching slots into tandem, and when the captain is Strength or Psi, for 1 turn, the crew will treat tandem as beneficial. Okay, that's not actually that bad. Usopp actually looks pretty good. The 1.75 delay conditional is cool, but he doesn't self-proc, so you need to rely on other characters for that. So I'm not a big fan of that. But the orb manipulation, the blue shield and rainbow shield removal is cool. Again, only 3 turns. 5 turns would have been amazing. He resists blindness with his Sailor ability as well. Okay, interesting. Usopp looking not too shabby. And the final character, of course, is going to be Sanji. Well, there is one more that we need to talk about. He also has the ship Despair resistance. So he is a quick and strength 2.75 captain. For 1 turn, boost attack against enemies with reduced defense by 1.75. So it's really annoying because you can't really use them both on like the same team. That's so weird. Reduces 5 turns of Threshold. Okay, now we get resist 5 turns of Threshold. Okay, interesting. Changes empty, badly matching slots to recovery, and when the captain is strength or quick for 1 turn, the crew retreat recovery is beneficial. Yeah, this is weird. It means that you can't use them in the same... Well, you can use them in the same team, but you can't use them in the same turn. Which is... Okay, fair enough. Okay. He keeps his recovery orb when you hit a perfect with him. Nothing special there. So all of these Straw Hats that we just talked about are all rare recruits. Now, like, Luffy looks definitely like the best one. But Nami and, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji have decent utility and stuff, but, like, the Zoro, man, the Zoro just seems very underwhelming to me. Nothing really jumps out on him that, like, looks crazy good, but... Anyways, let's move on to the final character. So this character is actually free to play. Now this is exciting because this character is actually very good. So the captain ability is fine. It's a 2.5 captain, no one really cares. Special ability, 13 turns, will change adjacent orbs and his own orb into matching, and will go ahead and reduce 3 turns of bind, despair, and paralysis. So again, only 3 turns is nothing special, but the support ability is why you want to max this character. Once during the adventure, when you're inflicted with bind, paralysis, or despair, you go ahead and reduce it by 2 turns, and this can be attached to Chopper, Robin, Frankie, and Brook. Now, if you guys know anything about support abilities, you guys would know that version 1 Rayleigh and Corazon are some of the best support abilities in the game because they can be attached to either Luffy or Law, respectively, and they can resist bind, despair, and paralysis. And now we have a free-to-play version of that, and they can be attached to 4 different units now. So now you can technically have 6 turns of bind, despair, and paralysis removal just with support abilities, as long as you have the right characters on your crew, which is actually pretty insane to think about, that you can do that kind of shenanigans now. So that's awesome. I actually really love that. This is 100% worth maxing out. Like, these abilities, like, they kind of suck. Like, I mean, yeah, you could probably find a use for this kind of ability, but dude, this support ability is crazy. And that's the main reason why I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention, because this is great. Like, max this support ability for sure. Unfortunately, this character does not limit break, which I think is definitely an oversight. I definitely should have had a limit break. Or maybe they do. Maybe they do. I don't know, it's weird, because it's only 1 cost. Only 1 cost. Maybe they're built just to be used as a support. That probably makes sense. Anyways, that's it. That's the full run through of all the new characters coming on JP. Pretty exciting stuff, actually. This VIVI looks great. The Straw Hat right at the end looks really, really cool. Unfortunately, the Treasure Map rare recruits don't look that interesting. Mr. 2 has a really unique type of special ability. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought. In this video, who was your favorite character that we talked about? For me personally, I do think that the support ability of the Straw Hat crew is my favorite, but this VIVI does look very, very interesting to play around with, and I'm sure many people will be excited, especially when she comes to global. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.